Okay, so the title is a little bit clickbaity because I love homeschooling. It's the biggest blessing for our family. But I do believe there are some situations where you should maybe reconsider this choice for your family. And here we go. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Taqwa. I'm an author, journalist, and homeschool mom of 3 kids aged 10, 7, and 4 from Montreal. This video, I'm kind of nervous because it's a kind of a delicate topic and I really don't want to offend anyone, but I think it's still important to put out there just to make you think and, spark maybe conversations, because I get asked sometimes like, oh, is homeschooling for everyone? Do you think everyone should homeschool? And honestly, no, I don't think it's for everyone and that everyone should homeschool. And in this video, I'm gonna present some situations where I think that homeschooling might not be the better choice for your family. Whew, Bismillah. Okay, so the first one is the state of your mental health. Ask yourself, what is the state of my mental health right now? Are you going through something really hard? Did you have recently a diagnosis? Take time for yourself. If it's the case, you are allowed to take time for yourself and take care of yourself to offer the best for your family. And it could be just for a short period of time. Maybe you need a couple of months. You can take your kids in and out of school anytime. There is no shame in that. Or if it's not possible, you can at least maybe ask for help in a substantial way. Maybe a friend can take your kids for a couple of weeks, not to live with them, but for a homeschool, for just to change, just to be with them more, because you were not able to really provide like the stimulating environment, activities, etc. And homeschooling, the reason why I say it is because homeschooling already is not easy. It's already pretty taxing on the mental health, even for someone that's super healthy and super in a good situation. It can get hard. And so make sure that you are in the right mental space to homeschool. The second one is kind of related, is what kind of support do you have, especially coming from the spouse? So for me, I think it's even easier to homeschool as a solo parent than with a disapproving spouse. Imagine homeschooling and having all these comments of like, I told you so, and blaming you if there's bad grades or whatever, like just this extra pressure that we clearly do not need because we already put so much pressure on ourselves. So make sure that you are on board with your husband on this topic. And if not, like, how involved or not involved, and if he's not going to help, at least not be a burden, so that's one thing. And also the support in general. So if, for example, like I said, you have something hard in your life going on, who can you count on to help you out? Friends, family, etc. The third thing is, if you and your husband both have to work outside the house with conventional schedules, 9 to 5 outside the house full time, it can be hard. I know there are more and more like services drop off where you can drop off your kids, and you can have also exchanging with families or whatever, but it's really not ideal if you both work full time outside the house, just because I don't know, you'd have to tell me like, how are you participating in any sort of activities, or how are you doing the homeschool? I don't know. I don't want to be judgmental, but it just sounds like you really have to be super convinced that you have to homeschool in this situation. Like maybe your kid was bullied in school, or maybe there is a big disability or something like that for you to homeschool in this situation. I don't know. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not being judgmental. Those are just my opinions. I don't know if it did this disclaimer in the beginning, but these are all my opinions and they can change and they can be nuanced. So don't hesitate to continue the conversation in the comments, inshallah. Another one is, if your teenage child or older child does not want to homeschool anymore, that should be taken into consideration. I think at a certain age, I think when they're younger, a lot of people ask me like, oh, but does your child want to be homeschooled? You know what? My 6-year-old has no say in this situation. Does your 6-year-old want to go to school? Because I don't think they all want to go to school, but they have to. So it's the same. I think at a young age, the parents do have, the final say. But the more they grow up, the more they have a say in their education, and especially if they're resentful or aggressive, mad, sad, depressed, that should definitely be taken into consideration. And it might not be for you anymore, and that's it. It's another season of life, and that's okay too, inshallah. Another one is this was inspired by a conversation I had with someone who wanted to keep the same lifestyle that they had before. So a lot of brunches out with friends and beauty appointments and this and that. And that's going to be hard with homeschooling. Even if your kids are young, and you can have them babysitted, it's hard. And the older they get, the more involved in activities and stuff they become. And it's hard for you to keep the same social lifestyle and stuff like that. So just be aware that it's not just homeschooling. It's not just about math and English and language arts or whatever. It's really a lifestyle that you're choosing for your family. And is it something that you want to embrace, and with all the chaos that it comes with? Last one is pretty serious, and it's pretty obvious as well, is if there's any kind of violence in the house, abuse, physical or other kind of abuse in the house, it's better to be in school. It's better to be somewhere where they're safe, and where they're safe is where they will learn the best. Sometimes this is also sparked by a conversation with a friend, and sometimes we have this fantasy of what our life should look like, and we really want to homeschool, and we've always wanted to homeschool, but this is not written for you right now in the cards, and it's better to focus on repairing your relationship, or moving on from your relationship, or something like that, or just fixing whatever is broken in the house, so that the kids are not 24/7 in a broken and abusive household. Whew. So yeah, those are my takes. I don't think they're really far-fetched. These are my opinions. I guess they can be nuanced. I would love to have a conversation if you're not agreeing with any of these. And if you have more ideas of situations where homeschooling shouldn't be an option, leave them down below. I'd be interested. Maybe we'll have a part 2. Or I was even thinking of doing a video of reasons why you think you can't homeschool, but you actually can, because sometimes it's more driven by fear that we think we can't homeschool. We have all these reasons for not homeschooling, but bottom line, we can. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I hope this video was useful. I hope it made you maybe think a little bit. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel. All these things, comment. It really helps support my channel. And I'll see you soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.